Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Nthabi, and welcome to the place where we have fun and do fun things. Alright, so this week we're doing another episode of the review and commentary on The Wife on Showmax, and if that's something that you're interested in, please keep on watching. So guys, how you doing? I'm back again with another episode of the commentary and review of The Wife. So today we'll be doing episodes 31 to 33, and yeah, let's do it. But quite a few like not exciting but funny things happened, which I'm really like happy about in these episodes. So I'm not mad, I'm not too mad, but obviously it's the aftermath of the beating, which is not pleasant, but hey, you know, let's do this. So before we even continue, please guys, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It really costs you nothing. And also please like this video. Come on, you know I bring it, I bring the heat, I bring it. Anyway, so let's do this. So in episode 31, Shlomu, it starts off by Shlomu like at the hospital. I guess that's where we left off in episode 30. So she's at the hospital and Sandile actually sees who Mrs. Zulu is, and it's like, oh, firstly, that's a lie. Shlomu, you're lying. If I realized that my ex is the guy that is examining me at the hospital after my husband beat me to a pulp, I'm definitely walking out of there. So you're lying, Shlomu. You're really lying. Especially knowing the kind of bruises that you have. Like, we're not stupid. We know those are like abuse bruises. Like, those are beating bruises. Like someone beat you up in those areas. And also what made it worse was then at the end, after he examined her and told her that no, fortunately it's just swelling, there are no broken bones and things like that, she went on to say, listen, dude, I'm pregnant, so I just want to know if my baby's okay. Why are you telling your ex that you're pregnant? And that time your husband doesn't know that you are pregnant. Well, him we don't care about, but I get it, he's the doctor and he'll call the obstetrician, but also no, he doesn't need that information. That's what I'm saying. Shlomu, you're lying for allowing that whole situation. You're lying. So yeah, anyway, and then he was like, okay, let me go get the obstetrician to come have a look at you. Now there's something bonding them together, which is the secret, which is not at all wise, nor is it safe, considering the kind of husband that Shlomu has. So guys, now I have an issue. I don't know about you, but like, who are these old people? Why are they in the storyline? Are they like time fillers or something? They're such a useless piece of the story. I don't even know how they even fit into the story. And by old people, I mean that old woman, that Gogo and her husband, that just appear out of nowhere. The crooks, man. Like, honestly speaking, it's like with the Majolas. These people are just time fillers. And personally, I could do without them. Especially considering that I think they're supposed to be like comic relief. But I prefer the Three Musketeers to this. Like, bring back Mbande from the dead. I'd rather deal with the Three Musketeers than these two bozos, because wow, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Like, it's not necessary. Can we please talk about Ngoba and his shenanigans? Ngoba basically hitting it off with the commissioner's wife. Well, not hitting it off, they're basically chowing each other. That's what it is, guys. They're chowing each other because they are both in relationships, or rather in marriages, so they're both chowing each other. This one was my favorite. Firstly, because they were at some hotel, right? And like, also let's cover the fact that Palace crazy. Wahafa that girl, and not in a good way. Like, no, that woman was half, guys. Like, was short circuit. I know ngoba wa hafa ne, but I feel like Nthabi o hafa wes. Not even Mantisa like reaches that point of crazy that this woman is. And I fear that this is only the beginning. Like, we're only seeing like the beginning of this woman's capabilities in terms of her hafa. But anyway, so the shenanigans is that, so Vela, they're at the hotel and Ola comes through, you know. Upon finding out that actually the husband is downstairs in a meeting, he's like, no, I'm not doing that, bro. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, not with him in the same premises. And I'm like, respect to you. No, but that only lasted for 2 seconds, literally. And I'll tell you why. Because he was like, nah, I'm not doing that. Like, I know I'm chowing your wife, but I'm not gonna do it when you're in the premises, right? But then, like any Zulu man, because you will flip like this. So that's what Ngoba did. So Palesa was like, oh, so king ulukwala, and then next say to ulukwala. Oi! It's like she pressed the red button that everybody tells us not to press whenever we're in a lab or something, because that made him like completely switch. And he was like, no, I can asenalukwala. And obviously, but still he was trying to state his case. So well, this is when I knew Palesa is not to be trusted. Then Palesa, this woman is crazy. Was when Shabaka choke slam, guys. Well, I call it a choke slam, but literally she just lifted Ngoba up because Ngoba is skinny. He's a skinny short man. Kuka so okare oitikin kam koba nabar kukangi or bali kukangi, we don't know. Mara kuka so I'm so finished because it's power. Because Ngoba was literally like, hey, what are you doing? Because literally she lifted him up mid-sentence and was like, and then Ngoba's like, hey. And then obviously at home, ditaba tsa teng wa bona mosene. Ngoba couldn't hold himself. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, my babo. That my babo. I guess it tore me to shreds. That my babo, please, man, please. Like, it tore me to shreds. And then on top of that, that's when you knew all his power is gone. All power has left the building because he couldn't contain it anymore. That's not power in that very moment. And that's when I knew that Palesa cannot be trusted, guys. That woman is crazy. Anyway, so guys, not towards this end of the episode, like, I was really annoyed because Mkhele, like, obviously after the whole, you know, beating and whatever, and Hlum going to the doctor and realizing that in fact she did have a miscarriage, and obviously now she's grieving alone because she decided not to tell Mkhele, who like she lost the baby, or that she was pregnant and then lost the baby, right, due to his hooliganism. So then Mkhele like comes and attempts an apology. I don't even think that was an apology, guys, to be fair, but he comes and attempts an apology. I'm sorry, I'll never do that to you again. Same script, different day, right? Fine, whatever. And then he's like, but also don't do that again. Do what? Like, be unreachable when you know my every steps, when you know where to find me. But also, where's my autonomy as a human being? Where's my individuality? Because also that wasn't an apology, because you can't now apologize and then turn back and say, but also you, baby, don't do that again. Because what are you saying? You're saying that if I do it again, if I'm unreachable again, if I go out with my friends again and I'm unreachable to you, like basically I can't answer my phone or my phone is dead, that means you want to beat me up again? Like, that is reason enough for you to beat me up? I don't get the math is not mathing. The combos don't communicate. And then he has the audacity to say Suzoba right. How my brother? Please explain it to me. How? But anyway, Kilibudita, guys, like really annoys me. No cap. Anyway, moving on to episode 32. Guys, so Agere Ngoba was at the hotel with Palesa. So Kawe made means to find him because Nthabi Ndala's looking for him. So Nthabi Ndala went to go fetch him, and by Nthabi Ndala obviously we mean Kosana. So he went to go fetch him Kasebile. Kila wana Ngoba abalela skwa. So there was a phone call, and this was at the end of episode 31. There was a phone call in the hotel room, and Ngoba thought that it was the husband calling to come up to the room and basically catch them out, right? And he was panicking. Answer, who's coming? Who did you tell? This, all of that, ne? And then he went to go answer the phone. Hello? What? Which room? I don't understand. Anyway, so then he's like dressing up and whatever, like, hold on, no, I'm leaving, I'm gonna take my stuff. Ask me what Palesa said, bruh. As he's busy trying to like prep himself to leave the room, Palesa's like, is it my husband? If he comes, if he catches us, are you gonna beat him up? Huh? Utomet. And I'm like, woman, what's going on? It's not that kind of party. Why are you making your side piece fight with your husband? Why is that a normal thought? No, man. This woman wahafa, guys. Like I keep saying, I don't understand it, right? But anyway, so Nthabi Ndala did eventually fetch him. And that was in episode 32 when he dropped him off at the basically at the tavern, right? And he was like, dude, you're busy chowing this man's wife, and that time he's our only link to getting Zandila out of prison. Please don't mess it up. I need you. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm not the type to get caught. And I'm like, no, but we all know you mess things up. You are chaos. You're gonna mess it up. And I hate the fact that like when Ngoba messes up, he messes up colossally, guys. Like he messes up for everyone. Like he's the type to mess up not just for himself, but literally for everyone. And we're gonna see how he messes up, because we know for a fact he did. So let's just leave it at that. But he's going to mess up colossally. That's what I know for a fact. Also, like guys, Mandisa and Ngoba's relationship really doesn't make sense to me. I know it's chaotic and it's just, it makes sense to them, but it really does make sense to me, because firstly, Mandisa came and asked Ngoba something so simple, bruh, like take me to Swaziland, even though she said overseas. Meanwhile, it's inland. But like she was like, just take me to Swaziland to see Ringo perform. And he's like, nah, you know, he doesn't have the papers. And she's like, a passport? Like, it's simple getting that thing. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. And then it turned into a fight. And I'm just like, Ngoba, that didn't have to go like that way. You know that, right? Like, it didn't have to go sideways. Why do things have to always be so difficult? Also, I feel like Mandisa should have left that relationship a long time ago, because she's not happy. She's holding on to I don't know what, but like she's not happy genuinely, and Ngoba isn't exactly treating her the best. Also, I think it's just familiarity at this point between the two of them, and the fact that they share a child. Really. Also, so Shlomo blew a gasket. What's new? over the fact that Langa told their mom that she had a miscarriage. And she's just like, Hlum can be so self-righteous, which is one of the things that annoy me the most about her. Because firstly, Langa never promised. To be fair, he never uttered the words "I promise" not to tell our mom that you had a miscarriage. And also, like, her constantly pushing people away the way she has been, like, it's just so textbook abuse victim. And I don't want to blame her, but it's just so textbook. Like, you know, she's going to alienate the people that care about her. She's going to push away the people that actually care about her and pull closer to who clearly doesn't care about her, who hurts her at every chance he gets. So it's sad to see. It really is sad to see. But another thing also is that she's playing with fire by constantly interacting with Sandile, meeting up with him and all of that stuff, because she went back to the hospital, right, to do the evacuation, to make sure that her uterus is like healthy and clean. And after the procedure, meanwhile, she didn't tell anyone in her life that that was what was happening. She did it alone. And afterwards, Sandile was there sitting, and she's like, please sit with me. And it's dangerous because she's playing with fire, because now that familiarity is coming back, like that whole thing out. Oh, Sandile, you know, you were always a good person to me. Superhero syndrome, yeah. Superhero syndrome, because then she's going to realize that actually Sandile would have never hurt me, all of these things, and grow closer to him, especially because he knows this big thing that happened to her. Meanwhile, nobody else knows. So it's a very dangerous path she's treading on, especially, like I keep saying, especially with the kind of husband that she has. It only brings more danger to her, but also to Sandile. It really does. So I don't advise it. Anyway, in episode 33, hey guys, your girl disappointing as usual. So Mqala buys her a watch to apologize, whatever, not moved. And then, like, she says, like, you know, I'll forgive you. You know, I'll forgive you. How? Now, hopefully marriage is for worse and for worse. Like, guys. I don't wanna lie. Oh, this girl I don't wanna lie. But anyway, then obviously later on in the episode we find out that, you see, those time fillers, those grandparents that I'm saying are really not necessary to the storyline. We realize, obviously, since we've known, since appearing, we realize already, like, this grandmother is a crook, because she caught Mkoki and Tsiga making their batch of space cookies and basically asked for a cut in the profits, because she's like, to buy my silence you have to give me a cut. I must say, she's manipulative, conniving, smart, but also not that smart, because I mean, we've all known she's a crook. But yeah, also nah. Anyway, like I said, Hlomu and Sandile meeting up for lunch, because they, in this episode, they met up for lunch, and basically Sandile was expressing to Hlomu that after her there's been no other woman, like, because the fire for her keeps burning. And I feel like that's a recipe for disaster. Not I feel like, I know that that's a recipe for disaster, because Hlomu's then gonna want to find comfort in Sandile, but then obviously because she's married now, she can't fully commit to that. So now Sandile in the process, and then possibly get herself killed, or Sandile killed, because her husband is a maniac who's possessive and who's crazy and who's out for blood. So this is what I meant when I said it's a recipe for disaster. Them meeting, them having any affiliation whatsoever is a recipe for disaster. Especially knowing like, and he did it deliberately. And then having to now realize that, you know, Shomu might have been like sasanking behind closed doors with him. It's gonna drive him up the edge, bruh. And also with the fact that he gave her that watch. I think we all know that that watch has a tracker, because later that evening after the lunch that she had with Sandile, he was even asking about her whereabouts. Like, hey, I thought you said you were at work today. What do you mean, bro? Now she's coming up with lies. But then now he can't admit that he knows where she was, because then it would mean that now you're tracking her, and that would make her flip over. So it's a mess. Like, this marriage, guys. This marriage is a disaster. This relationship is a disaster. Cheetah now finding comfort in another man's arms because like, it's just a mess. But then at the end of this episode, we actually also see Ngoba working on his own with Palesa to pull off the perfect heist of the poker game. And I must say, that was pretty impressive. Like, the way they worked together, which makes me Pela, this Palesa woman wants to be in Ngoba's life forever, guys. And I suspect and I fear that we're going to see flames this week when it comes to Palesa, because guys, yo, this woman's crazy. Like, crazy, like bad-ish crazy. That's what I mean. Like, as in, I don't even think Mandisa like even qualifies to be that level of crazy. And Mandisa's crazy, to be fair, but like Palesa, nah, that one is another breed, guys. But anyway, if I missed anything, please don't hesitate to comment in the comment section. Let's talk about it. If you're still watching, please. Like, because I feel like some of you guys are over it by now. Like, you are over the mess that is the wife. But it's okay. Those of us that are still watching, please, let's still keep interacting there by the comments, because I really do appreciate your engagement and talking to you guys. I really enjoyed that. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of the review and commentary of The Wife on Showmax. And if you haven't watched it yet, please do yourself a favor and watch it on Showmax. Like, I promise it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. In the beginning, it's great, and then it just hey. But I really hope it's gonna get better, especially with Zandile now stepping into the picture. So let's stick around, guys. You know, let's stick it out. Let's stick it out and enjoy it, the rest of it anyway. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Bye.